Hi everyone, I'm Brittany Anderson and this is my demonstrative speech for SPK 201. Today what I'm going to be demonstrating is how to do a simple three-piece braid. Learning to braid is really beneficial for many reasons. The first reason is because it's really helpful to be able to braid hair. As long as the hair is at least a couple inches long, you can braid it, whether it's male, female, adult, child. Braiding hair is a really common style and it's very practical. Having braided hair is handy for going places like to work, to exercise, when you're going outside in the hot weather. It's very practical because it keeps the hair neat and in its place and out of your face. Another use for braiding is in various arts and crafts projects. Simply by braiding some string or thread, you can create things like friendship bracelets, or you can utilize braiding in more complex art projects. For instance, here's a dream catcher that I started making. Down here at the bottom, with these strings hanging down, you can see that I've braided several different colors of string together to create this cool effect. So there's more to just braiding than hair. Another use is in the wilderness. If you ever had to make a strong fake rope, such as out of vines or other natural resources, you would use a braiding technique to do that. So we're going to start today by talking about the basic technique of a three-piece braid. When you're doing a three-piece braid, you start with 3 pieces and you are going to continuously overlap them with one another. Now that's a lot easier said than done, so I'm going to break this down a little more simply for us. Check out this diagram, and here's step 1. You have the 3 separate strands here, denoted in red, blue, and yellow. The first step is just to separate the strands. Step 2, right over here, is going to be to take the yellow strand and pull it over top of the middle blue strand. Step 3, right down here, is going to be to pull the yellow strand up tight along the middle blue, and this creates an effect where the yellow strand is now in the middle of the red and the blue. So then when you proceed to step 4 over here, we're going to start on the red string and we're going to pull the red string across the yellow because the yellow is now in the middle. Once you do this, down here in step 5, you pull the red string up and tight just like we did with the yellow, and you repeat this process now with the blue string over here because the red string is now the middle string. Now that's probably still a little confusing even with the diagram, so I'm going to try to simplify this more by demonstrating it with some string. So here I have 3 different colors of string. Here we have a yellow string, there is a red string in the middle here, and on the outside there's a green string. So, step 1, as we talked about in the diagram, is to separate your 3 strands, like so. Now we have clearly defined the yellow string as this outer string, the red string is the middle, and the green is the other outer string. It doesn't matter which side you decide to start on. I think just for fun, I'm going to start with the green side. So, here's the red in the middle. I am going to be crossing over the red and the green. It doesn't really matter if you go over or under. I prefer to take the outer green under the middle red. So that's what I'm going to do. Green goes under, red goes over. And I pull that tight. Now you can see that this red string is now the outer string, the green string is now the middle, and the yellow hasn't moved, it's still an outer. So now we switch sides and we go to the yellow string. The green string is now the middle, so we're going to repeat what we did to the yellow side. The yellow string is going to go under, and the green string is going to go over, and we pull that tight. Now as you can see, the yellow string is in the middle, the green is back on the outside, and the red is still on the outside. Now we go back to the other side and we repeat the same process. The red goes under the yellow middle, the yellow goes over, and now red is in the middle, yellow is on the outside, green is on the outside. Now that is pretty repetitive. I am going to quickly repeat this, and you'll see shortly that I'll have a sloppy but a quick braid by repeating this process. So as you can see, it's kind of small, but that's the start of a braided technique right there. Finally, the best way I can demonstrate this and how it will relate to people that use it the most is to do it on hair. So lucky for me, I have really long hair, which makes for good demonstration. So I'm going to be demoing how to do the 3-piece braid on my hair now. When you're braiding hair, a good tip is to always brush out the hair really well before you begin to braid it. Otherwise you'll run into snarls as you're trying to overlap pieces and it can get a little messy. I've already brushed my hair, so we don't have to worry about that. Next step, as you know, is to separate into 3 individual pieces. This is going to be kind of difficult for you to see, but hopefully you can see this. I have 3 pieces separated. This is the middle piece. So I'm going to start from this back outer edge, and I'm going to do what I had described with the string. I'm going to pull this under the middle and pull the middle over. Now this piece is in the middle and this piece becomes an outer. I'm going to do the same thing, but now with this piece down here that's been on the outside. And that comes to the middle, and we repeat this process. I'm doing this loosely so you can see the pieces. And you repeat this all the way down to the end of the hair. Depending on how tight you pull up the braid is going to depend on how well you can see it. But as you can see right here, we have a nice loose braid design going. That completes the end of my demonstration. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and I hope you will practice. The more you practice this braiding, the better and faster you'll get at it. I've been braiding for a very long time, and I can braid pretty much with my eyes closed. So keep practicing, and you'll be there soon too as well. Have a great day. Thank you.